Hi Melanie, so for today I'm just gonna make some spiral planner like this ones. So I have like one order of a planner and I'm just going to show you how do I cut and bind it here on my small studio. So yeah, as you can see, this is like an A4 size, and then I did like back-to-back printing. It's back-to-back printing, and I'm using a printer which is the Epson L14150. It's an A3 plus printer and it's a duplex type one, and it's really good and I really like it so far because as you can see the colors are really vibrant there, and I'm having like overall colored inside pages for my planner. So I created like an undated planner and also aligned notes there. So yeah, let's get to it. Look how vibrant is it. So this is my guillotine, but before I have the manual one. Since I was getting a lot of orders, I got this electric one. It really helps me a lot, especially if I'm cutting a lot of notebooks and planners, weekly planners. It saves a lot of time. So I'll usually cut it into half right here, and then I will arrange it later. Cut it here. So it's right here. Let me arrange it. And I will put the calendars. So this is my old way on how do I do it. Yeah, it takes time. It's because I don't have that app that arranges automatically the paper itself, unlike the ones in the industrial one. So that's why it's a lot of thing at the bottom. And then the calendar itself. There we go. Now it's time to cut. So I added some allowance so I can cut it, you know. Let's go. Got one more. See, I already cut one side. Now I will cut the remaining sides. Up, down, and on the binding side. Now I cut it perfectly already. Here we go. Now let's do the cover. So for the cover, I'm going to use a A4 sheet of sticker paper. I usually use the ones that I got from Shopee. It's Quaff Glossy Photo Sticker. This one. Or sometimes the iTech vinyl sticker, but the glossy one. Okay.
But since now my artwork is quite dark, I created that artwork from Procreate. I designed it from Procreate, then I adjusted on AI, and now let's print it. So let's get started. Look how vibrant is it? So nice. Now time to laminate. Now for my lamination, I'm using a 18 micron matte lamination because I'm using a glossy one. So I'm using the 18 micron one. So I will preheat it now. Make it 81 in one mode, double-sided. So I will preheat it first on paper. See? It's really nice. And then at the back, there's no lamination, so it's only on the front. Ta-da! So nice. Now I need to laminate all of them. So here's the planner. It's quite thick. And then now I have the cover. Just cut the cover. Here I don't mind if I do it like this way. Like I don't know to layer it. It's because I'm going to hide it anyway at the back, or I'm going to cut it later. So it's just to make the process of it faster, because if I do ruler it sometimes it takes a lot of time, especially if you have lots of formulas. So I do like this way. Okay. And then I already cut some cardboard, and also I did the cut also for the cover at the back. It's 250 GSM of cardstock, that one. Okay, and then I will just check the size. So I really did create a lot of allowance. It's because I wanted when I bind it, it looks like seamless a bit, you know. And then I will try as much as I can to make the name in the middle. Alright, so I'll do it this way, and then I will align it here. I mean, this is my own way. How do I do it? But a lot of people has their own way, but this is how I do it. And then I'll just create a mark like that. And then I already created a dent here for a mark. And then I'll just peel it off the sticker at the back. And I don't have any. Alright. And then I will place it there. Okay. Now, sometimes if it is not in the space that we did, we need to push it a bit. There. Okay. And then check here if it is inside of your mark. Then I will do it this way, gently, gently. Perfect. There you go. It's perfectly in the middle. And now I will just cut the corners. I told you I don't do the binding thing that some people do it. It's because I'm using a thick backing to cover this one later. Now what I will do, I'll press it like this way. Make sure there's no air or bubbles. take it off like this. And then if you see it, it's a bit more here. You can still cut it, no worries. I'll cut it, not too much, because I don't want the cardboard to be shown when I fold it all on the sides. Here. There. Okay. And then afterwards, I'll fold this one here. Bismillah. Okay. Fold it here. There we go. Okay, there we go. And now I'll put this one here. I'll just put the glue. This glue. Now, I will not put so much glue in it, because if you put so much glue, it will create a bubble again. Okay, I will just scatter it where my brush is. It's not a good brush. I should get another brush. This one. Distributed. And it gets dry quickly when you do this, by the way. There's no glue. Okay. Now time to put the try as much as possible to put it in the exact corners. So when you put it, there we go. There we go. There we go. Now if you see there's an extra here, it's fine. You can cut it later once it's dry. Now for the meantime, we'll add some paper here so it will absorb the glue, like the moist, and add some heavy thing on the top. I'll show it to you. So what I will do, I will put this paper to absorb it, and I'll just maybe put my iPad, because my iPad is heavy.